Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new show, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Listen, I know that y'all thought I wasn't going to review it, but listen, just make sure that y'all are here every Tuesday because that's when the review will come out for this show. Okay, because I need a little break in between everything else. It will come out on Tuesday. I want us to support this all black cast because I'm rooting for everybody black. So child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, these beautiful black people are spending the summer in Martha's Vineyard. So they say that it's more exclusive than the Hamptons. You either get there by plane, boat, or helicopter. Oh, baby, that's exclusive. Do you hear me? People thought it was only for white people, but if you're melanated, then Martha's Vineyard is the place to be. So we see them getting on the plane to get down to the vineyard and whatnot. We see everybody taking their modes of transportation. We see Jordan going through the airport. Oh, listen, pause. I will have something on my community tab so that you all can see the cast, okay? Or maybe I'll insert it at the end of the video. Stay to the end of the video so that you can see the cast, okay? Because we're going to learn about a lot of people. This cast is huge. So anyway, we're first introduced to Jasmine and her husband, Silas. They got married 3 months ago and they're hosting. Now, these two going to get on my central nervous system, especially Jasmine. She is really going to get on my nerves, honey. She's very irky, but we're going to continue. Next up to arrive is Preston. I really liked Preston. Preston is an intellect. And don't play in his face because he black, y'all. He blackity black, y'all. Honey, he is all for the people. Okay, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it. I like me some Preston. He's an attorney. Like I said, I love me some Preston Esquire. He and Silas are frat brothers. They're alphas, okay? Both of them are alphas. Y'all keep that in mind. He's the first person there. He said, you know, him and Silas had a rocky relationship at the beginning, but now they're better. So then Bria arrives. Bria gives me spoiled brat. She does. She gives me spoiled brat. Her and her dog show up. Jasmine was not feeling Bria's +1. Ma'am, where did this dog come from? She's like, yeah, he's my emotional support animal. Where's your certificate? We need to see it. Because I feel like it's a lie. I feel like you wanted to bring your dog because you just wanted to bring your dog. You carry your dog around like an accessory. It's what I'm gathering, okay, from watching the episode. But maybe that's just me. Moving forward. So Jasmine says she met Bria when they worked as Playboy Club bunnies, and she also met Shanice and Jordan. It's a lot of cast. Like I said, it's a lot of cast on this show, so y'all just bear with me. I may get some names wrong, but I really try not to do that because I feel like, you know, I don't want to make this, you know, a thing, but I feel like as someone who has a name that people often mispronounce, people kind of brush over our names and don't care to remember them and don't care to pronounce them correctly. So I do not like to come across like, oh yeah, that's what's her name? No, I don't like that. Okay. This is Bria and she's known Jasmine since this, that, and this and okay. And they all used to work together. Her, Jordan, and Shanice. Okay. You see how I caught on already? Well, y'all, let's keep getting into it. So anyway, Jasmine said that her and Jordan and Shanice hit it off right away, but she doesn't really know Bria. Okay, so y'all don't really know each other, so you're just keeping it cute at this point. That's what I'm gathering. So Bria is asking about married life, and so she tells Jasmine that, girl, I might be next because she's taken, right? So Jasmine goes, oh, but some of the guys coming, they're cute. Ma'am, Shantae's got a man at home. Won't be no hooking up. She done already told you that she doesn't want any of these guys. You know what? Jasmine seems like the type that has told the men, oh, I'm going to have some beautiful friends there. And these are my friends. And, you know, me and Silas, we just got married. So we're just loving love right now. And we would just love if you guys could, you know, maybe find someone. No. Okay. She already has a man. And that's just that on that. Moving forward. So she said, my man is Simon. He lives in Germany. He had a party. He asked me to come to Germany. And so I went. So in Jasmine's confessional, she was like, the last time I saw Bria, you know, she was like a young 20 something and it was a different guy every day. And I just really can't keep up. And I'm sure after this, they won't even be together. Okay. And here you are trying to give her another man. Jasmine, you're going to get on my nerves. Okay. You're going to get on my central nervous system, honey. So they go sit down. Jasmine is telling them who all's coming. Now, mind you, the only people there are Silas, Jasmine, Preston, and Bria. So all four of them are sitting down at the table. So then we see Jordan. She's in the car and she's on her way. So she calls Shanice, who's also coming. She's going to be there Friday. Ooh, child, this is just so much. She's also on her way. They're having a phone conversation. She's telling Shanice who's all coming, and she let it be known up front. Shanice, that is. She's like, listen, I might sleep with somebody. I'm due for a tune-up. Listen to me. I am not judging you, honey. Just be safe, because I ain't going to lie to you. I am not going to lie and say at that age, in that house full of fine men, that I might not play house with one of them. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? Now, hopefully the cameras are not running, but it might go down. I'm just saying. So she's coming Friday, like I said. And Jordan said, the first time that they were there, Jasmine and Silas were engaged. And so now the dynamics are going to be different because Jasmine is now a wife. She said, at times she can be a little Betty Crocker-ish. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I love hosting. That's my thing. Okay, that's me all day. I'm with the chef and the accommodations and the mint on the pillows and the towels folded ever so. I'm like that as well. So I'm not going to be too hard on Jasmine because she wants to make sure that everything is everything, because that's how I am. I wonder if she's an earth sign. She kind of gives me earth sign with a little bit of water. I don't know. It's just something I don't know. But yeah, that's me all day. But Jasmine gives Stepford wife. There's a difference. You can be the hostess with the mostest, or you can be a Stepford wife. And I think that's what Jordan was explaining, because she was like, I could just see her in her polka dot, apron with her hair up and her pin curls. I can just see that. So they're back at the house. They take a shot to Black Excellence, and Nick, aka Farnsworth Bentley, he shows up. And so does Alex. Now, the reason why I call him Farnsworth is because that's who he gives me. Y'all can't look at Nick and tell me he don't give you Farnsworth Bentley. All he needs is an umbrella. That's exactly who he reminded me of. Alex met Jasmine when they were both Black creatives living in Brooklyn, and Nick is his fraternity brother. So Jasmine is introducing them to Preston. So Preston gonna say, yeah, Nick and Alex, they look like Kappas. They look like pretty boys. All right, now, Preston, I like you, but not too much on my Kappas. Y'all know I love me a Kappa. If you are a regular on this channel, then you know I love me a Kappa. Okay, I love all the fraternities and the sororities. Don't get me wrong, but I just have a special affinity for a Kappa. It's just something about them, honey. So Nick, in his confessional, he was like, I respect all fraternities, but, Kappas, we're the penthouse. Baby, not the penthouse. He said it ain't no debating it. So Nick and Alex are Kappas. Preston and Silas are alphas. So Silas gets in his confessional. He was like, yeah, we're the first Black fraternity. So we expect a Father's Day card on Father's Day. Baby, not the alphas versus the Kappas, honey. Can we have a stroll off? None of y'all look like y'all can really stroll except Nick. Alex might be able to shimmy his shoulders a little bit, but I don't think y'all really can stroll. I really don't think y'all can stroll. Silas looked like an alpha. You know what? It's just so crazy because they look like their respective fraternities. Nick and Alex look like Kappas. Silas and Preston look like alphas. I don't know how to explain it. So they're showing them around the house to find a room. And so Nick wants the one with the biggest closet because he says his wardrobe is the most extensive. Now, when he says extensive, Jasmine thinks he's saying expensive. Nick brought enough damn clothes to permanently move to the Vineyard. Sir, it's going to be 2 weeks, if that. See, I can't be competing with no man over no closet space. That one, me and Nick would never be able to make it because I do not have time to be making sure that you have space in the closet. He said, I'm going to wear all the things on this trip and then I'm never going to wear them again. Okay, Nick. Now, with the current climate, people are happily wearing clothes over and over again, celebrities included, child. They just got through talking about Kyla Pratt down to the Little Mermaid premiere because her shirt was wrinkled. Honey, the people are re-wearing their clothes. I don't want to hear nothing about it. You're a little bit too pretty for me. I like to be the one with the biggest side of the closet. I ain't got time to be fighting with you. I ain't got time to be fighting with you, Nick. Moving forward. So then Amir shows up next. He's cute, but he was a shorty. He's cute, but he a little bit too little for me. He's from Austin. Nick invited him. He's half Lebanese, and he says he's coming there because that's the part that he's been missing. He was raised by his Lebanese family. He doesn't really know his Black side, so he wants to soak up the culture. And you know what I do love about this show, y'all? Side note, All of them are organically connected. They're friends. I know you because I know her, and I know her because I know him, and he knows her, and we used to talk. They all know each other. So it's not like a group of strangers just getting together to do some foolishness. I love it. So they're showing him around, and then Jordan arrives. Silas didn't look too happy to see Jordan. Did y'all see that way he gave her that side eye? Bombastic side eye. Honey, he looked at her like, oh, Lord, she here. He does not like Jordan. Okay, he does not like Jordan. So Jordan gets introduced to Amir. She already knows him. He said he was introduced to her in a group chat, and he researched her. Basically, he went to go oogle and ogle over her Instagram, and he ain't fooling me. So Jordan was like, yeah, I'm the 4th and last Black Playmate of the year. Okay, so Amir is a fan. He probably has her issue hanging up in his room as we speak. Baby, I don't trust nothing about it. I don't trust nothing about it. Do you hear me? So then Mariah shows up next. Y'all know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Precious from Ready to Love. They really do favor. If you do not watch Ready to Love, then just hop on the Googler and put in Precious, and you will see exactly who I'm talking about. They remind me of each other. They're very similar. She met Jasmine as a freshman in college, and she only knows Jasmine, Preston, Silas, and Jordan. She said, as for everybody else, don't start none, ain't gonna be none. Well, now we already know whenever they say that, somebody gonna start some, and it's gonna be some. In the next scene, the guys are all playing pool. Amir is asking who Nick and Alex are feeling. So Nick was like, I don't want to pronounce it too early. Like, I don't want to speak my speech too soon. I guess he needs to see who all's coming. But he really wants to say Jordan, but he don't really want to say Jordan out loud. So Amir's like, well, I mean, it's all about who calls dibs first. Dibs first? Sir, calm down. Something about him I don't like. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I'm older and I don't like that. I didn't like that statement. Well, we got to see who calls dibs first. They're not property. They're not things. They're people. He seems like one of those that'll be like, oh, bros before pros. Nah, I don't trust the child. I don't trust him. The stock just went down. Amir was like, well, I'm here for Jordan. So in the confessional, they asked Alex if he thinks Amir has a chance with Jordan. He gonna say, sips tea. Baby, not sips tea. These men, not sips tea. Over on the other side, Amir is taking Jordan's bags to her room. Here go Nick. Well, I'm not bothered by that. I have eyes for Jordan. And if I'm pursuing a woman, she will know. Oh, baby, you definitely got eyes. You putting them eyes and them hard eyes all up in the DMs. She said that Nick slid into her DMs and she restricted him because she got tired of him with the hard eyes and responding to her stories with fire emojis. Paula Tink. She didn't want nothing to do with it. So, Nick, you one of those. You're one of those lurkers that waits for the woman to post so you can comment. And then you send that, what you doing up, DM, when you see her status on Instagram? Yeah, it's a no. It's a no. As confidently as you come across, you would think that you would ask her for her number to communicate to her properly. Why are you just putting hard eyes? It's giving intimidation. I don't like it. So they all sit down and get ready to eat. So in the confessional, Jordan goes, oh, a private chef. That is right up Jasmine's bougie alley. Girl, nowadays everybody hires a chef. I actually want one 7 days a week. I just haven't looked up yet and found somebody that could work with my budget. Because I'm tired of cooking. And what you want to eat, pizza? Y'all already down to the summer house. What you want, Domino's? Girl, anyway. So they make another toast. And Amir is telling them that he grew up, only knowing his Lebanese side. And he didn't know his dad, which is his black side. He said he didn't get his first fade until he was 25. His mama used to cut his hair. He's like, yeah, I wasn't cute back then, but now I get like 50 to 100 DMs a day. And I can guarantee you that some of them have been a drive-by. So here you are over here worried about Jordan. Child, do these women work? That they DMing you 50 to 100 a day? I could never see myself DMing somebody with the intent to thirst after them. No, ma'am. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. Could y'all be DMing the men? I don't know, honey. I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry. If we converse, then we converse, but I will never, it ain't going down in the DM when it comes to me. So Jasmine starts giving this speech about coming to the Vineyard. And so in the confessional, this was so funny to me. Mariah goes, girl, You've been twice. Jasmine putting on for her city. Baby Jasmine said, because when we come down here for a reason. Ma'am, you've been twice, okay? 2 times. Uno, dos. So they give a cheers to Black excellence, right? So Preston is like, listen, I really hate the term Black excellence. My mom exudes Black excellence. She barely graduated high school, didn't have a penny to rub together, had 3 kids by the time she was 23. I feel like our version of Black excellence is rooted in what white people consider successful. And I have to say that I absolutely agree with him on that. We are given the term Black excellence as it relates to our white counterparts, and it's given elitism, okay, at its finest. I totally agree with that. And you know what I did love about this and this conversation that Preston is having in this moment? I love that he got them thinking about different perspectives. They were very intently listening to him, and they were very receptive to hearing his thoughts. And I thought that was very refreshing to see on TV, because oftentimes people want to try to, have a strong debate, and one side is weaker than the other. And sometimes you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I like the fact that Preston spoke his speech and they listened. So they cheers and they're getting ready for the hot tub, right? So Jasmine is steady asking Bria, what about the guys in the house? Do you think any of them are cute? Ma'am, she said she's taken. She don't give a damn. She says she's taken. So Jasmine goes, well, she went across the pond to live with someone. I think that's very aggressive. Didn't you just say you married Silas after 6 months? Girl, leave that lady alone. Silas is a little bit aggressive, but you ain't heard that from me. So they play truth, drink, or dare. This is all Nick's idea, okay? So Nick goes, kiss the lady, he's talking to Amir, that you find attractive. I thought that was so juvenile. Like, what is this, high school? I just thought that was so juvenile. Every man except Silas and Preston is feeling Jordan. And what is wrong with my girl Mariah? Is she taken? Because I think Mariah is beautiful. Nick, you just hoping somebody would ask you to kiss Jordan and you ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So Jordan is like, yeah, I'm cute. Okay, duh. I mean, everybody with eyes can see that, but there's more to me than just being cute. Like, don't you want to get to know me? No. No, for 400, Alex. They do not want to get to know you. So then Alex sings us a little tune. And in the confessional, he goes, well, a lot of the people in my family, they sing, I have a very famous cousin. Now, mind you, he ain't said the name. So then here comes Jasmine. Well, he is related to John Legend. That is his cousin. So he can't be ordinary people. Child, she's so excited to be in such close proximity to somebody who knows somebody who's going to tell somebody that they know John Legend. Honey, it's 6 degrees of separation. We got it. But he didn't want to say it. And I think that makes it better when you don't say it. But here comes Jasmine. And then she laughed at her own joke for about 45 minutes, which I didn't mind because y'all know I'm going to laugh at my own joke as well. I'm going to laugh at my own joke as well. So Jasmine, chuckle it up, honey. So then some type of insect invaded the hot tub. I can't even remember what it was, child. So they all got out and they went to sleep. It's the next day. So everybody is getting up to get the day started. Silas is working from home. He tells us that he's in the Army Reserve and he works from home. And the reason why he works so hard is because his family immigrated from Liberia to escape the Civil War. And I understand the fear of not wanting to fail and the fear of going back to what you didn't have. So I understand working hard. So he over there working and whatnot. Okay. So they're all out by the pool. Mariah and Jasmine go to do a little writing. So Mariah said in 2017, she called Jasmine and she was like, girl, what you doing? And Jasmine was like, girl, come to New York. Little did she know Jasmine was about to get evicted. So Jasmine said they lived in Mariah's car. They ate ramen for like 5 months straight and took showers at Planet Fitness. And Mariah was saying people told them that they should turn it into a show, and that's exactly what they did. I thought that was so dope. I love creativity. Do y'all hear me? I love it. When she said that, I was like, that is so awesome. I want friends like that. I want friends that I could be creative with. We can create things together, go into business together. I like friendships like that. I see y'all getting y'all Issa Rae on, honey. Shout out to Insecure. I want to see the show. They didn't name or mention the name of the show or where the show could be found or whatever, but I want to see it. So they go inside, okay, because they're getting ready to do some writing. It's dog hair all over the couch. The dog is also getting his synchronized swimming on in the pool outside while everybody's just looking. Girl, get that damn dog out that pool. Get that dog out that pool. So she tells Bria that the dog is shedding. Bria's like, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, there's just nothing I can do about it. Okay, you would have to figure it out, because I can't stand dog hair everywhere. If you're going to bring your damn dog, then you need to have your dog off the furniture. I think that's rude to have your dog shedding all over the place. Like, no, there's not much you can do about it, but you can keep him off of the furniture. Girl, this is an Airbnb. You're trying to get the deposit back, and you talking about it ain't nothing you can do. So Jasmine is looking at Mariah. She's like, we can't even have a writer's meeting without this dog hair. Girl, you used to have meetings in the front seat. Y'all just switch rooms. Child, y'all used to have meetings in the front seat, honey. Just switch rooms, honey. So Mariah goes to get Bria so they can talk about it, because, girl, get this dog hair. So Jasmine feels like Bria should have told them about the dog coming. And I think that's fair, because everybody isn't a dog person. And if you just pop up with a dog, what if they have allergies? What if they're afraid of dogs? You just gonna bring your dog and have your dog running around and jumping on every single inch of the place? Now, for people that are dog people, even some of them don't want the dog all. Let me tell you something about black people. We don't play dogs on the furniture. Dogs in the kitchen, licking the spoons, licking your mouth. We don't play that. Okay, so you need to get your dog, Bria. Girl, what's wrong with you? So Bria is like, well, I mean, what do you want me to do? I picked up dog poop this morning. So Jasmine said, okay, so we can set some boundaries. No, I'm not setting any boundaries. Bria feels like Jasmine could have approached her better. I have to say that Jasmine did come across the wrong way. And it should have been a conversation that she had with her upon arrival. As soon as she looked at you and said, hey, this is my emotional support dog, you should have said to her, well, girl, you should have told me you were bringing an animal. I don't know if everybody's going to be comfortable with that. Y'all could have had this conversation a long time ago. So Bria gets up and walks away because Jasmine is getting on her nerves. So she goes around the house asking them if the dog is an issue with them. And they're like, no, the dog is cool. We're fine. Mariah said, look, I don't want to be getting my aerial on in the pool and come up with a hairball in my throat. I don't want it. Okay. Now, Mariah, I'm with you on that. You don't even know if people are comfortable with this dog being in this pool. That's just nasty. I'm telling y'all right now, the pool would have been ruined for me. Y'all can say whatever it is y'all want to say. I would not have stepped foot in that pool. Dogs be everywhere outside. And I'm not putting my head under this water and that dog done been in there. No. So then we find out that Mariah has a 7-year-old son and Jasmine is his godmom. And while she's out at the Vineyard, he's staying with her mom and his dad. So Bria is calling her boo to download him on what's happening about the dog and how Jasmine wants her to talk to different guys in the house. So while they having that conversation, Alex and Amir, they're throwing the ball around, right? So Jordan walks up. And so they're asking her about dating and how her dating life is going. And she's like, it's hard because I did Playboy. So I don't know if you're a fan or you really want to get to know me. Well, we all know that Amir is a fan. But ma'am, before you said this, I wouldn't know who you were. Girl, do people even still look at Playboy? I said, what now? Baby Jordan said, are you a fan? Okay. Are you a fan or do you really want to know me? So then she tells them that she's celibate and has been for a year. Alex thought that it was admirable because he's also taking that journey. Amir, on the other hand, was like, yeah, it's a no for me. A whole year with no sex, it's a no. His entire demeanor changed. Like, you can't even respect her boundaries or her decision making. So I would steer clear of Amir. He's a no for me, big dog. He's a no. Over on the other side, Bria's on the couch getting a little leg compression. I have one of those machines at home. So anywho, it helps your blood circulate in your legs. So she's sitting there, she's getting a compression. So Preston is sitting at the kitchen table. Jasmine, with her head in the clouds, she comes up to talk mess about Bria to Preston. Now, Preston, you couldn't have did that and did a little point like, girl, leg compression on the couch. Like you could have told her something so she gets to talking. So Jasmine goes, yeah, I mean, the way Bria, I just feel like I needed to say something to her. She's really going off. Bria said, girl, I'm right here. Hello, you want to talk? We can talk. So here go Jasmine. Oh, girl, when did you get here? 5 minutes before you came up here faking. That's when she got here. She's like, girl, what are you doing? Nick brought this machine. Oh my gosh, I have got next. Like, girl, I am getting. I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? Something wrong with her. Something is wrong with her. You are so fake, Jasmine. You were just going to talk mess about her. But as soon as you realized she was in close proximity, all of a sudden you want to be next to get your legs compressed. Girl, anyway. So they start talking. Jasmine is explaining how if something goes wrong, then they're going to blame the Coopers. Girl, stop. We get it. You are married. We get it. You are married. We got it. Congratulations. Like, I don't know what else to say. She's like, yeah, I'm a wife now, and it's a sense of stability, but I still feel like I'm in fight mode from when I used to live in my car, and I'm triggered. Her entire identity is being a damn wife. I hope for your sake, Jasmine, that it stays that way, because I fear that if it doesn't, you're going to lose your mind. Okay, you are going to lose your mind if you lose your husband. Girl, you have to be your own separate person. So then Bria tells her how she feels, and they make up, I guess. So they get ready to go to the dinner. They're having an all-white dinner. Black people know they love an all-white affair, don't they? So they put on their all-white, they on their way. In the car on the way there, in Mariah's car, she's in the car with all the guys. They start to discuss some of the history of Martha's Vineyard. So Preston tells us that Oak Bluff opened the first inn for Black vacationers, and they even got their own beach, which is the Inkwell. Honey, shout out to the Inkwell. I used to love that movie. But anywho, Mariah said that a lot of New Yorkers didn't want to integrate, so they came to Martha's Vineyard, and that would be those of mixed race. So I love the way that they're talking about something substantial. Baby, this cast right here, okay? I think they're going to get on my nerves just a little bit, but the way that they're able to talk about more than twerking and who wants to sleep with who is just everything to me. It really is just everything to me. Preston said a lot of prominent Black people have homes in Martha's Vineyard. So I need to plan a trip ASAP. Okay? I need to plan a trip ASAP. So they get there. They sit down. They order their food. They order their drinks. And so Jasmine goes, so is anyone interested in anyone here? Single people? Anybody interested? Jasmine, it's giving Gizzard. Okay? I feel like you're trying to produce a scene. Stop it. I rolled my eyes so hard, because it's really getting on my nerves. Why are you asking that? Didn't we already go over this last night in the hot tub? Bria is taken. You're married. Preston is not interested. Okay? Jordan is the only woman to 3 other men. Please stop. Okay? It's just stop. So everybody just looking, honey. It's just crickets. So they get their food. And Jasmine goes, yeah, so I want everybody to say where they're from and what they're working on. Oh my gosh. And again, I couldn't vacation with Jasmine. She would get on my nerves. See, there are certain people that you cannot travel with. And I don't like to have a bad attitude on my vacation, and she would get on my nerves. So I already know that I would never be able to vacation with her. So Jordan goes, I would love to have an authentic conversation without a prompt. Girl, please say it again. Thank you. It is ridiculous. Just let us talk. I know the cameras are rolling. We get it. We're not going to sit here in silence. But just let it be authentic. Let it flow. So after she shut that down, and Jasmine was like, okay, fair enough. Oh, Jasmine. So anywho, so they started talking about Jasmine and Bria, and she was talking about how they basically worked together and they had to stick together because they were the only Black girls working there. Her and Jordan were closer, and that's like her sister. So baby, what she say that for? Silas goes, yeah, they're good friends, but I would call it like 2 a.m. and her and Jordan would be out. Okay, Ann. You would call it 2 a.m, Ann. So then Alex was like, I can see Jordan being the toxic friend. Okay, Alex, you're out as well. These men ain't it, child. These men ain't it. You like me, but you can see me being a toxic friend. Boy, gone. Even though he said he was just kidding, I don't think he was kidding, honey. There's a little bit of truth behind every joke. Nick might be your best sis. Farnsworth, you're up. Child, please don't send on no DMs while you're down there. Oh, baby, this is a fool. So they're basically telling him this is New York. People go out late. And I can vouch for that. Because when I went to New York, that city is really the city that never sleeps. When I say we were out to 6 a.m. and we're trying to find something to do baby, it was an endless loop. You know how you look at a TikTok and then it loops back around before it stops? That's exactly what was going on when we went down to New York. We were down there up to the break of dawn. And then as soon as dawn came, we were on it again. New York is just, they just come alive. If I were a single woman and the panorama had not hit and changed the trajectory of everybody's life and people were not losing their damn minds, I would easily move to New York. I love the vibe, and y'all know I'm a night owl. I'm always up, and it's a lot of creatives that live in New York. So I just feel like I could really thrive there. So I don't really understand what he's talking about, honey. You just want to control everything she doing, child. Anyway, so Nick goes, I mean, she knew her before she knew him. Like, that's her day one. I don't think he want that smoke. Silas is the type of man that likes to strip you of your identity. He wants to isolate Jasmine. He wants her to only need him and hang with him and want him. That's it. Jordan wants to know, what's the problem? Like, does she have a curfew? He said, no, I mean, but at 29, I enlisted in the reserves and, we were apart for 6 months. So I'm just adjusting to her being around her friends. He said he called and Jasmine told him that they got free drinks. Sounds like Silas is insecure. And Preston is like, I know you ain't mad about that. Oh, but he is. Jordan said it was an open bar. They were giving us free drinks. What do you want us to do? Nobody was buying drinks. I wouldn't even explain anything to him. If you trust your wife, why can't she have friends? Why? Nick wants to know what's wrong with going outside. He's like, well, nothing, but it was late. So in the confessional, Jasmine said, we share the same last name now. So I'm riding with my man. Girl, we get it. We don't give a damn. You're married. We got it. You know what? The premiere of this episode, these people should have been in the clubhouse so that they could have taken a shot every time we witnessed Jasmine say that her and Silas were married. We get it. We get it. So Preston is explaining that most straight men feel like they need to protect women, but she also wanted to go out with her friend and she makes her own decisions. Jordan goes, I mean, you act like I'm just out here going out late with no regards to my safety. I'm very well aware of everything that's going on around me. I don't need someone to protect me. I'm going to say this. In this climate, I'm not outside at night. I'm just not. I understand him wanting to make sure that his wife is safe, but I don't feel like this is a safe type of thing. I don't feel like this is the case of I want you to be safe. This is a case of I want to control you. Now that we're married, I own you. So now that you have my last name, you need to be in the damn house. And that was the end of the episode. This was a good premiere. It really was cute. It was not a lot of dark drama. We got a little bit of, knowledge about Martha's Vineyard. The cast is beautiful. They're very well traveled. And I just like it. I really do. And there's, there are layers to them. It's not just everybody's one note. So I love it. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, or as we call it, the Black Summer House. What did y'all think about the Black Summer House? I will catch y'all later. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.